This is Spoken by Elswith, a Femdom Hypnosis podcast, Season 4. Welcome to episode 20. Your apophenia might begin to tingle today, because today I'm releasing a few new Mind Control Fragments, plus a playlist that links them all together. The first time we did this was back in episode 10, but don't be thinking this is an every 10 episodes thing. It might just be a happy accident. So these 3 MCFs have a common theme. They're all sensory experiences. The experiences of some different people at a only slightly fantastical play party. And the idea that sparked these, it stemmed from a conversation with the Patron before my vacation. Last year's vacation, it resulted in some mind control fragments too. They include rock pool release and on the beach between 2 hills. I'm working on making it easier for patrons to find all the MCFs that exist. If you're not a patron, well, you can hunt for them, like seashells. They're not too hard to find. If you need a reminder, the Mind Control Fragments are little pieces of erotic hypnosis sessions that are usually about 5 minutes long. And you can mix and match them together into longer sessions. And as a sort of example, I've put these new ones together for you at the end of the podcast episode for your listening pleasure. You can also download each piece by right-clicking or long pressing the fragments in the playlist on the website and saving them to your device. Again, I'm not really able to offer up much tech support. It works on my computer and it works on my phone. If you're motivated, I'm sure you'll work it out. Today's task is to find somewhere private to listen to the session that follows. And today's permissive circumstance is yes, but you have to find release somewhere you've never done so before. So your usual spot, maybe that's in your bed. Maybe you're the type to prefer the shower. Well, those places aren't an option for sure. If you've ever had an orgasm on that couch, well, not today, dear. Find somewhere new. But don't get arrested. That release, it can come during or after the playlist, whatever feels right. It's easy for you to imagine being on your knees in front of me. I am sitting in a chair and leaning forward, looking into your eyes. Keep looking into my eyes. Don't look away, but you can blink when you need to. Keep your eyes totally and completely focused on mine. You can see mine with all of their hazel mysteries to be uncovered. The deep, dark Looking into my eyes, you can find many things that capture your attention. And soon, very soon, you'll notice your eyelids becoming heavy as they begin to blink more and more. At first, they may begin to feel a little strained or a little uncomfortable, but soon they will become so heavy that you can barely keep them open. But I want you to try to keep them open. Just try and keep those heavy eyes open. They are blinking more and more now. Your eyes are so heavy you can barely keep them open. They just want to close, beginning to blink more and more. It takes so much effort, doesn't it? Letting them stay open. Perhaps you can relax those little muscles around the eyes, the outer corners. That's right. Just allow them to relax. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier, but you still try to keep them open and focus on my eyes. Those flecks of golden green dancing in the rich soil of the deep brown. Focus. And if you need to close your eyes as they become heavier, it's okay. It's all right. Perhaps you'll take a moment instead to refocus, looking at my eyes and then imagining this little window in the top of your head. Perhaps you can change your focus from my eyes to looking up, through that window, the top of your head. You can do it, looking up and in to yourself, on your knees exactly where you want to be, close, safe, knowing that I keep this space around us where you can be. And relax those eyes. Now maybe they've closed or they've been closed. Either way is fine. I lead and you follow. And you can go down deeper and deeper, relaxing more, refreshing, feeling wonderful. This place, this familiar spot again. This space that I keep you safe, holding this space, this place for you, drawing you in, welcoming you in. I'm inviting you along with me to a place that I've fallen in love with. I know the beach isn't for everyone, but rest assured this isn't just any old beach. Look to your left. See the beautiful pastel and cream hotels along the way, and let your eye keep going up. Past those hotels dotted about and see the green the shades of brown and gray as the dirt and the rock up this mountainside is exposed. Keep looking at these greens and browns and grays. Don't get distracted by the beautiful blue sky and those white clouds, because there's something else I want you to see. Sure, the water might be lapping at your knees. You are kneeling, right? But your head is turned and you're looking to the left. Looking. And there it is. The little white dots on this hillside. Are they still? There's 3. And there's another pair. 5 white dots. These are not just any dots. These are not peculiar little clouds. They're goats. Mountain goats. See, is this what you expected of your beach, MCF? Here on your knees, obedient for me. Will I give you these little goats on the hillside to watch? Watch their path as they follow trails up the side of this hill. Sometimes one will disappear behind a tree and you see only 4 specks of white. If you were closer, you would know they're not quite white, an off-white cream. Majestic horns curling. Kneel on this beach for me and watch these goats. The happiness that they bring to me, this sitting on the beach, hearing the seagulls, feeling the sand, watching the goats go about their day, the happiness, the peace, the calm, the quirky smile, you also bring to me. It's true. Watching you go about your obedience or lost in thought as my words fill your ears. It's just about the same as watching goats on a hillside. Now bring your attention back to the sea. Look out in front of you. Appreciate how the clouds and the sun and the wind work together to create a palette of blues and grays that no artist could recreate. This gorgeous, precious moment of what the sea looks like right now, that in just 5 or 10 minutes it will change, shift. Oh, but my love, you know that's not quite true for us, is it? I can pull you back, rewind it back to walking down to this beach. Walking down to this beach, being then on your knees, watching the goats again, and then turning your face forward, looking at the sea, and suddenly, here's the view again. The same gray, the same blue, the same dappling. And we could do this again and again and again. But my silly boy, the tide is coming in, isn't it? So you know, as much as you would love to stay right in this spot, watching the waves, the water, perhaps turning your head left or right to admire those goats on the hillside, you know the tide is coming in. And each wave seems to crash a bit higher than the last, and you can't stay in this spot forever. Find yourself now in a place where you're able to lose all inhibitions. Let me tell you about it. It's dark enough that you can mistake even a familiar face now and again. And the music is loud enough that a whisper can be lost, though you can still hear yourself think. The very atmosphere is hazy, not acrid, not smoky, but it is warm here. Warm enough that you're glad of every portion of bare skin. It pours over you. There are people around, more than you can see, and most of them are distracted. Distracted by others, distracted by the sights and sounds around them. The hidden pursuits of pleasure, tucked into the dark corners and shrouded alcoves. It's in one of these alcoves that you find yourself. And let me share just a little more about the predicament that you've gotten yourself into. Because each of your wrists are tucked towards the opposite elbow behind your back and held there tightly by the coiled white ropes. Feel that now. Feel the strength of those ropes holding you, keeping you stuck. When you twist or turn those wrists of yours, as you do now, turn them, twist them. Feel the braid of the rope caress you. And you're not alone. Your legs are spread wide. Feel that strain of your legs wide open. Your knees are pressing down into the soft cushion of this bench, and your partner is beneath you. You're straddling their lap, and their arms are wrapped tightly around your waist. Feel how firmly you're held then. The ropes are around your arms, and the arms are around your waist. And you know it feels good to be so stuck. Because how could you leave this spot unless you just throw yourself wildly back on the floor behind you? No, you don't choose to fall back. you choose to lean forward. Leaning forward now into your captor. They have you. You're held close. But you know you're not merely held. You're being explored, probed, by a tongue that insists that its proper place is in your mouth, pushing your own tongue back, twisting it around. You must enjoy this sharing of warm, hot breath. What is it about you that makes your mouth want to be open and accepting of these advances? Feel now the gentle nip of your partner's teeth at your lips. Three kisses to your jaw. 1, 2, 3. A soft whisper into your ear. The wetness of that eager, insistent tongue charting the path from the lobe, swirling into that helter-skelter helix. Close your eyes. For just a moment, hold in that breath. Don't fall. Fall into lust for me. Find yourself now in a place where you're able to lose all inhibitions. Let me tell you about it. It's dark enough that you can mistake even a familiar face now and again. And the music is loud enough that a whisper can be lost, though you can still hear yourself think. The very atmosphere is hazy, not acrid, not smoky, but it is warm here. Warm enough that you're glad of every portion of bare skin. It pours over you. There are people around, more than you can see, and most of them are distracted. Distracted by others, distracted by the sights and sounds around them. The hidden pursuits of pleasure, tucked into the dark corners and shrouded alcoves. You floated like a loose feather in the breeze from one space to another at this gathering. And you know there are eyes on you, but no eye contact. And I assure you that you have nothing to be ashamed or humiliated by. You're not unfamiliar with the sensations of being dressed this way. It isn't feminine attire. Feel fingers on the curve of your ass beneath your kilt and say, "Thank you." How many times is that now? Just tonight? and every time the response comes automatically. The person who touched you in such an improper way, well, they didn't seem to be paying you any mind even before you spoke. By now, they're already halfway across the room. Are you standing up straight? You're not a wallflower. Oh, but you're certainly standing out, standing aside. And how about beneath your kilt? Standing up straight, too? I bet you can. The next touch isn't as gentle. 2 fingers run up the back of your thigh and then pinch hard at the very top of your leg. And your reaction isn't to flinch or to pull away. Do you know what the reaction is? Every time, say, "Thank you." Smile. You don't invite any of this attention, but your outfit does. I think you've forgotten that embroidered upon your rear is all the attention. This time, the slender fingers exploring you don't reach for your behind. Feel the fingertips, the 3, 4, 5 sharp points of manicured nails running up and along your manhood. Agonizingly brief, poor dear, but say, "Thank you." The words hand-stitched into your short, oh so short kilt are, "Touch me, grope me, pinch me, please." Such a polite invitation. I'm glad you know how to enjoy the attention. Find yourself now in a place where you're able to lose all inhibitions. Let me tell you about it. It's dark enough that you can mistake even a familiar face now and again. And the music is loud enough that a whisper can be lost, though you can still hear yourself think. The very atmosphere is hazy, not acrid, not smoky, but it is warm here. Warm enough that you're glad of every portion of bare skin. It pours over you. There are people around, more than you can see, and most of them are distracted. Distracted by others, distracted by the sights and sounds around them. The hidden pursuits of pleasure, tucked into the dark corners and shrouded alcoves. You're with me, You're with me, and aren't you so lucky to be in this place that's so full of people engaged in all manner of acts, some even with perfect strangers. And here you are, staying close to your mistress. You can't see me. Your hands, your knees are on the floor. The smooth black vinyl tile that hides so many sins. Your head is bowed. You're calm. Your breath steady. But you can feel me. Feel my feet resting on your lower back, between your hips. Not just my feet, but my shoes, my heels. Today, you're obsessed with them. Close your eyes so you can see them more perfectly in your mind. The perfect rich red, the polished, shiny metal point of each heel, the little silver key that drapes from an anklet, hard to miss here. You've served as my footstool with the unconditional fortitude of a mountain. But don't your arms ache? Your arms ache, starting as discomfort in your wrist and then radiating up until it's all you can think about. Not even being a good piece of furniture. Not even those shoes. Not even the little key. Lie on your back now. Roll over. You will not be comfortable. The cool tiles against your naked back, but that's all right. At least the ache in your arms is already fading. Be glad you can serve again. Feel those pointed heels again, perhaps on your chest, your stomach. Just resting against your side. Amidst all that's happening in this place, take unadulterated pride in your place at my feet. And now, my dear, it is time for you to get up from your knees and move on with your day. I'll wake you slowly from this hypnotic session, and I want you to be aware that you might need time to stretch and find your balance again. Time to reorient yourself to the day, to where you are, and to what you need to be doing next. Wake waking slowly, finding yourself moving up. 0, 1, feeling sensation coming back, wiggling those toes. 2, rolling your shoulders, feeling your spine. 3, trance is lifting up, knowing you'll be fully awake and refreshed soon. 4, 5. There you go. Find your balance, find your focus, and find yourself. I'm proud of you.